Hey guys, this is Ryuuou and...
So bro, that was abrupt.
And welcome to... I was switching it up. Welcome to our episode of the G&A podcast. This is what I would like to title it, the No Sleep and No Notes edition, because that's exactly what is happening.
Yeah, we're operating on very little sleep, and Drew doesn't have any notes. So when we go to episodes and we're like,
this is a thing that happened, right?
I remember what happened. So let's get it started with not remembering what the fuck happened on Violet Evergarden, because I...
Shit.
No, I'm just like, I remember Violet Evergarden.
I'm sure I did. It'll come to me. Just start me off with the first sentence.
The first sentence is, Violet went to go visit a struggling author.
There we go.
There you go.
Now I remember everything.
Yeah, so Violet goes to visit a playwright and has one of the... I don't want to say this was like a forced emotional episode, but one of the more emotional episodes where the author loses his daughter and he's making a children's story, obviously for her, based on her, and then he starts seeing Violet, or his daughter in Violet and all of that. Like, there was a lot of very touchy, emotional moments. Like, if this was an Oscar movie, this would be like the part that would win all the awards. This would be the scene that would get Violet the Best Leading Actress award.
Wow, that's are you like trying to call it pretentious?
To an extent. It's not that it's pretentious and because it's not bad. It was good. It was just very obvious. Like these are
Especially like the last scene where she like jumps in the air.
Yeah, like it was over the top. Like she jumps over tries to jump over the lake or whatever, the pond, and she gets 3 steps in, and you hear all like this orchestral score and all this. Like he suddenly has this realization, like, oh my god, I love my daughter, and blah 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 blah. Like, it was nice, it was cute, I liked it. It was just very by the numbers, and I don't know, just kind of, it wasn't really outside the box.
Yeah, I actually liked, and correct me if this happened on another episode, I actually liked when she had to deal with the Major's death.
No, that was this episode.
That was this episode.
That's what I was going to get to. Because that part of the episode was great.
That was great.
That was a great part of the episode, where after all that stuff happens, she is on the... this is going to be a great episode, guys, because we're not going to remember shit. But no, it was great when she was on the boat going back, and then she suddenly has the realization, like, oh, wait. Because it wasn't that she realized that the Major was dead. It was she was crying because she realized, oh, I killed a bunch of people in the war, and they all had families and children and mothers and wives, and now all of them are feeling like how this guy felt, and then she felt kind of sick about it.
Yeah, and that scene was really good.
Mm-hmm, it was tremendous, and I loved how it was built up to that. Like, I think they did a great job building up to that moment throughout the series, because if you compare Violet from episode 7 to Violet from episode 1, clearly there's a difference, but it was built so subtly over the course of these episodes that it doesn't feel like super dry. It feels like natural, like she's a natural character.
I will say this episode was a little bit on the jarring side. Like, even for her, it was like, oh my god, emotions, and I'm a shoujo girl.
Well, she had to have that moment regardless, so, and she's been showing little hints of emotion in other episodes.
No.
So it didn't feel too crazy. I mean, it did have a bunch of those crazy, stupid Oscar moments where, like, guy jumping over her jumping in, like, the fucking pond and all that. Yeah,
exactly.
But,
yeah. And then, the way it's revealed. All the time, we were thinking, like, it was like it's gonna be some super big reveal, and da-da-da. The mother's just like, oh yeah, well, you know, my son's dead and stuff, so.
I like to do the thing she did that on purpose just to get back at Violet.
Yeah, right.
Before.
Take that.
But, yeah, because all this time we're expecting it's going to be like this big bombshell that's going to be dropped by the guy's brother, and we're like expecting it to come out maliciously, like Violet finds out in a horrible way. This wasn't a horrible way to find out.
It was just
very poor timing.
Yeah, it just took everyone off guard, especially Violet.
Mm-hmm. And, like, yeah, especially now, because this is, like, the moment where she's finally reached her, I guess, like, the pinnacle of her empathy and emotional maturity. So, yeah, I mean, as by the numbers as some of this episode was, it was still very, very effective. So, even though you can kind of see a lot of this stuff coming from a mile away, it still works really well because it's so well done. So I don't mind it being as kind of cliche.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It was a really great episode overall. KyoAni knows how to do some good drama. I love KyoAni. I'll eat up anything KyoAni serves me on the plate. Unless it's something horrible like fucking... What's that fucking show? I forgot the name of it. That's how bad it was. I forgot what it was. Anyway.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to Overlord Season 2, Episode 7. A.K.A. The Solution is a Bitch episode.
Oh, fuck Solution. She could literally eat 1,000 vaginas.
Everyone in this episode is just a bunch of assholes being assholes.
Yeah, exactly. And fucking Sebash trying to fuck Tulas. I think that's her name.
It's Tuade.
Tuade, yeah.
Tuade, yeah. We remember now. We had a bunch of great names this episode. We met Climb. We met, what was the other dude's name?
Succulent.
Oh, yeah. That dude's great. This is my partner, Succulent.
I'm like, what?
So, yeah, Overlord is fucking killing it with the names. I thought I was really bad at names, but now I'm like, nope. This has opened a new world to me. Can't wait to meet, like, Comb and
Ladder.
Toothpaste, Hard Drive. Climb's brother Fall. But we had a lot of good we got the setup for this. It's what's the princess of the country, and she's trying to work with these adventurers
by making them commit acts of terrorism.
Yeah. The setup is kind of weird.
Guys.
I can't really rely on my own military to do it, so I hired a bunch of adventurers to become a terrorist group against my own country. Well, to work against the 8. I'm just going to call them the Illuminati. I'm not going to call them the 8.
This is all right.
They're clearly the Illuminati.
Yeah, the Illuminati. Agreed.
But I have the sense that maybe it's just me and me being overly, I don't know, cynical about these types of shows, but, well, not cynical, but speculative. I feel like the princess is, what's her name? Princess Renner? Another great stupid name.
Something like that.
Yeah, I feel like she is evil. Like, she's up to some shit. She seems too nice. Too nice. Something's going on.
That will happen the day Tomoyo actually is the enemy.
No, there's a difference. She was way
the difference
too nice.
Is one would she literally change anime as we know it.
She comes in like, oh, gee golly gosh, guys, let's have some tea, and everyone is equal, and I love you.
First of all, she's only all nice because she's trying to fuck the Shadow Climb.
Still, though, she's all nice and shit. And everyone there is a dick. Like, they're so polarizing. Either you're a super dick, like that dude who's walking around the hallway just fucking shitting on people for no reason.
He called her a monster.
That monster who ended the slave trade that I had going. Tell that bitch to leap out a window or something. Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, God. and then the maid's like, oh, there's a commoner.
Yeah, the maid is like, get out of this fucking commoner. I'm like, bitch, you're a maid. What are you doing? Not to denigrate maids or anything. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, you're not exactly noble royalty yourself.
I think they did say she was nobility, but I mean, that makes it even worse. Right. You're nobility, but you're a maid? How does that work? I like how they do mention, like, oh, she's nobility, but she's a maid. Maybe she's using that to spy on us or something. And then you just see her, like, hiding behind the wall. So we got a bit of political intrigue. And we got some bitchiness from Solution because she's totally trying to, I guess, cockblock Sebastian? I don't understand what her motivation is.
I'm telling you. See, okay, I'm going to tell you what I told Oni. Oh my god, you have a phone call.
No, I don't. I have a direct message.
You have a direct message. Oh my god, please respond now.
No.
But anyways, what was I saying? Oh right, my theory. Sebas and Solution definitely smashed at one point. They stopped for whatever reason, and now they're like kind of living in their house or whatever, still trying to keep it like, you know, be professional. Then this literal hoe comes along, and no, not like as in she's like a bad person. Like, no, she was literally a hoe.
Yeah, I know.
And now Sebas is like, hello, like, hello, ho, you're all defenseless and nice and sweet and stuff, and I want to smash. And Solution's like, I'm not jealous, but I'm not about to sit here and watch my ex smash some.
Alright, so back in the world of reality where none of that is happening.
Oh my, I can't wait for next episode when she literally admits having feelings for him. I
don't think so. I think she's just, like, I don't know what her motivation is, but I'm pretty sure it's not that she loves Sebastian. And she's like,
I hope they find something just as good, because other than that, like, it seems a little bit nonsensical.
Yeah, it is nonsensical. I don't know what her motivation is. Like, I have no clue, because I get that she can be upset that there's a human in the house, but...
Well, it's a human, and it's also, like, causing problems now.
But she's not really causing any problems other than being a human. Well, besides the slave.
Yeah, but like, you mean that huge thing?
Solution was hating on her before that.
She hated her, yeah. She already hated her well before that.
Yeah, so other than just being a human in the house, I don't know why Solution's all fucking uppity. Like,
Sebas has betrayed us.
Yeah, like, she goes the extra mile. Like, I think Sebastian's fucking betrayed us. I think he's gonna kill us. Like, damn.
Like, your whole kingdom is in trouble.
Like, yeah.
Kill him now. Kill them both. Especially the whore. No, leave me the whore.
Way to instigate. It'd be like if Drew came over and he fucking ate a bagel that we had, and it was like, I told Chris, I think Drew's trying to overthrow us and eat all our food. Like, he wants us dead so he can have all our bagels. But yeah, no, this was overall, I think it was a good episode. It was just kind of, I'm still kind of up in the air about how I view Solution.
I don't like Solution. I never liked Solution. I don't give a fuck about Solution. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding, though.
Kidding, not kidding.
Kidding, not kidding.
But we'll see where it goes. I think it has a good setup. It has a better setup than the Lizard Arc did, so. Mm-hmm. Especially if Ein shows up now.
Alright, let's move on.
You know what didn't have a great setup? This episode of Car Captors, episode 8. Did you need your notes for this one?
Not really. It was... It's just one of those things where it's just like, once again, they took too little time to catch the card. Like, literally, like...
I checked. It was at the 18-minute mark they started trying to capture the card.
Yeah. And it wasn't even, like, an attempt. They're just like, whoa! I don't know how all the staff didn't see the fact that there's, like, a shelf.
Bookshelf.
Yeah, like a shelf and books that are missing. Clearly they're invisible because you could reach out and touch them. But somehow Sakura finds it and she just seals it away. No fight, no big anything. Like, that's it. And then, like, before that, the whole episode is just, once again, they're just being a little too slice of life-y. Like, the whole talking with the, what was it?
Akio?
Aki, yeah.
Is it Akio or Akiha? I feel like it's Akio.
We're gonna go with Akiho for now.
Yeah, we're gonna go Akiho.
Yeah, talk to Akiho for as long as she does. Like, that could have been reduced greatly.
This could have been condensed into about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I give it 10 minutes of all that shit, 10 minutes of the guard capture.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I won't say it's the pits because our friends weren't there. That's
the one saving grace.
Literally the only one saving grace.
I did like a few moments, like, obviously, all the time. I love
Kettlebells.
Yes. Yeah. Like when he interrupts Sakura and Lee trying to get their romance on, and he's like, hey! He basically says everything I would want to say, like, you know there's other people in the room, and also I'm hungry, so break this shit up and feed me.
And then literally the next thing cuts them, like, passed out.
Yeah. So, those parts are great. Yeah. I love those parts. But it feels so padded out, like...
Yeah, like, they're really doing this slice of life route, and I'm just like, oh, stop.
Like, we had how long... The scene where they're eating cake and drinking tea in Agika's room is longer than the scene where they identify what the card is and capture it.
Exactly.
Like, they just sit around doing nothing, and I get it. It's like, but I get it, but I don't. Like, I get what it's trying to do.
I get it, because they're trying to not so subtly, like, be like, hey, these people are involved with the cards. Like, they're, like, beating it over your head at this point.
And they're trying to build them up as characters. Like, oh, look, isn't it cute how Akiha has a thing for, are we calling Akiha? Akiho. I think Akiho has a thing for her butler guy, and we want to hint at that. But you don't need to take, like, 7 minutes of them eating, like, remember what the problem was with Lucky Star's first episode? Where they just sat around fucking eating a chocolate cornet for about 10 minutes? That was this episode of them sitting around for 10 minutes talking about random shit while eating cake and drinking tea.
Agreed. I just need more action, guys. I just need more stuff to happen, please.
Stuff needs to happen. Like, I get stuff is going to happen eventually, because it's building up to a lot of stuff. Like, the whole end of the episode was like, oh, the clock, and everyone has a clock.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do, but they're trying to do a little bit too much. Like, just keep it, just do it like in, like, the old Sailor Moon / Card Captors, where it's just very, like, you know, very episodic, like, very, like, oh, this stuff happens, funny wisecracks, fight, that cookie cutter recipe always worked.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't try to be too different. Like,
yeah,
the biggest appeal of Card Captors was capturing the cards and Sakura being Sakura and all those other things. But now it's like all that's just taking a backseat to this plot that I'm not really invested in.
And this unnecessary character development, because, like, I fucking know who Sakura is, I fucking know who Lee is. Like, you can't really develop them any further unless something drastic happens to them.
This is taking way too long. It's way too long for anything to get rolling, and it's kind of just painful sometimes. And some of the episodes are great. Like, what was the episode that was really good? The flight episode last week was great.
Yeah.
And then next week we saw the preview look like it's going to be good too. We have Lee in there, and they're looking for a card, and those are when the show's at its best. So
yeah,
unfortunately,
yes. Let's move on before I cry.
Let's move on to a show that never really misses actually. Citrus.
Yeah, which
episode
is
8.
I believe this is my episode of the week.
Is this mine? No, it's not mine. But this was a great episode. This was a fantastic episode. Although I would have to say it also kind of lingered more on the nothing really happened side of things. Like, in the grand scheme of things, nothing really happened.
Like, yeah, they spent a whole day, like, I don't know, it's fine. They don't have to, it doesn't have to be, like, a whole week just for something to happen.
No, I just, like, at the end of episode 7, it kind of left off on this whole, like, Machiri's gonna start shit with May, and this episode was kind of just an extension of that. Like, the shoe didn't drop this episode. It looks like it's gonna drop next episode.
Yeah.
But
I'm really glad she did not, like, have sex with those little boys.
Is that what you thought was gonna happen?
Yes.
No, I thought you thought that was gonna happen. I'm like, no, they wouldn't do that. This is not Kuzuno Honkai. It's not gonna go that extreme.
Kuzuno Honkai never went that extreme.
I could see it easily going there. I could easily see if, like, 2 little kids walked up to fucking Hanabi, or whatever her name was, and she was just like, I'm so depressed. Let's fuck, or something like that would happen.
Oh, my eyes!
And you can see it happening. That's why you're so disgusted by it. This isn't that type of show. So I figured that she was just going to use the kids as, like, a tool to blackmail May. Which she did.
Yeah.
She absolutely did that.
Yeah. May is awesome. She is amazing. She literally she's literally like fine wine, except if the wine was already fantastic when it was just made.
May only knows one form of attack, and that is just
sexual harassment.
She's like a magic carp that there's no sexual harassment instead of splash.
Like, she literally grabbed Natsuri, and you think she's about to like, you know, threaten her. You just kisses her, and then I'm just like, what? And then she's like, oh, I just took back the kiss.
Yeah, like,
that you did on. I just took back Yuzu's kiss. Fuck off. I'm just like, why did that seem so badass?
Yeah, May. This is like May's coming out arc where she just fucking becomes best girl all of a sudden. So, and even with speaking of best girl, even with like the 2 seconds of screen time she gets every episode,
yes, and you're gonna mention Harumi
just comes out like fucking screaming.
So stupid. She's like, "Oh, look at me wearing this mustache and a hat and these glasses."
I figured why they can't have Harumi in there. She eats way too much scenery. Like, she just eats all the scenes. Every scene she's in, she's just the best thing that's happening.
Yeah, I think that's why they don't have her. They're like, too much of a good thing will spoil that.
There could be 2 fucking Gundams fighting behind Harumi, and I'd be like, put these fucking Gundams out of the way. I want to watch Harumi.
Oh, God.
She's great.
And she's so hot. Jesus.
She is. Oh my God. It's like
when she took up all of that stuff, and
she's hot with the stuff on.
Okay, well, I didn't know you were into bearded ladies, but
it's the middle of winter, and she's in here.
She has a fucking midriff.
Yeah, a tube top showing off her midriff and shit. So, you do you, Harumi.
Because you're the actual best.
I do feel like Yuzu's still in this little weird state where she's kind of being played as more dumb than she should be. Because she's completely oblivious to anything Matsuri's doing. And it should be fairly obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be. But I don't know. I feel like she's literally just so distracted by like how fucking hot May is. She's just like... She literally was like, the entire episode, she was like, May. Oh,
yeah, no, the scene where Machi's literally holding Yuzu was like, we should fuck. And then she's looking at May.
Yeah, so, like, I understand why she's, like, a little dense, because she's literally just like, May.
So, yeah, I guess so. She's love-struck. So... Which leads me, I don't think that she's going to be... I feel like Yuzu would not make a big deal about the video that Matsuri has of her kissing May. You know, I feel like Yuzu would just laugh it off, like, oh, you guys are so silly.
No, I think she would, because it's May doing it.
She did it! She did it with Matsuri, and she was laughing it off, like, oh, Matsuri.
No, Matsuri did it to her, so it's like, that's one thing.
Well, then, but even more so, then you should understand Matsuri's personality even better.
No, see, the difference is, Matsuri kissed Yuzu. May kissed Matsuri in the video. It's very clear that she initiated the kiss.
Okay, well, still, it's still.
And it wasn't just like,
if you're gonna brush it off as, oh, this is just a little girl and she's my little sister and she's mischievous and whatever, then I feel like it should go both ways. If Yuzu overreacts to it,
May is not so
I'm not
mischievous.
No, but Matsuri is, and like it's
okay, but Matsuri is not May. You can't say, well, they're both little sisters.
If I have a little sister and she's completely mischievous and does all this crazy mischievous shit, like, I don't know, sending photographs of herself masturbating to old dudes or whatever the fuck she does, and is known to just spontaneously try to fuck me and kiss me and all this other crazy shit, and then I saw like May kissing her, I'd be like, oh well. Clearly, Matsuri must have done something. That'd be my first instinct. So, I don't know. I just feel like if Yuzu has all this data to go off of...
First of all, no one, pretty much in like 90% of anime, no one has that much insight.
I know.
I know that.
I know. I just feel like it'd be forced at this point. Like, anyone with common sense would be like, let me investigate this a little further before I go crazy. So, I don't know. I feel like if that's going to happen, though, and it's going to be, like, a little bit of forced drama where it's like, oh, May, what's going on? It's a misunderstanding.
Who are those 2 white girls? Like, not like white-haired,
Don't worry about that. We're focusing on Matsuri now.
I know. But it's like, it's episode 9, and, like, next week is episode 9, and it's, like, 4 episodes.
Yeah, there's 2 characters that haven't been introduced yet, apparently. We'll get there when we're done with Matsuri and May.
It'll probably be done, like, next episode.
Yeah, the way it ended off was kind of just like, alright, time to end this. Yeah. I feel like May's just gonna punch Matsuri in the face. And then
with her pussy.
Yeah.
Take that.
Alright.
Pussy punch.
I was gonna say, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyway, let's move on to Oshigoto.
Wow, something worse than Pussy Punch?
Yeah, I don't know. But this is my episode of the week. Episode 7.
Yeah, a little shocker.
This was a great episode. It is a shocker because it did not have the lolis in it that much. This was purely a Keika episode.
This was a good episode. It actually was a really good episode.
It was an amazing episode. Because I went from kind of not really caring that much about Keika to being like, yo, Keika's my girl. We need to fucking make her a professional shogi player right now. Get this shit going. She needs to be having her own spin-off series where she challenges all the lolis and shits on them.
That's exactly why you were like, oh, they're not loli prison. I'm like, all she does is play lolis.
It's funny because all she does is fight lolis, and now she's just like, time to get serious about this and actually destroy their hopes and dreams.
Except that's not what she did, because she lost to Blue Eye.
Well, she beat the shit out of Red Eye.
Oh, yeah, she
destroyed Red Eye's soul.
The shit out of Red Eye.
That was, like, the best, when she just shows up and, oh, I'm just glad I fight you so I can use you as a warm-up, and then Red Eye's just all triggered and shit, like, fucking old bitch, still fighting kids.
Yeah, right? And then Keiko's just like, well, thank God I'm an adult, and I don't get angry like a little child does.
No, when she made her sit down and say she lost, when after she lost, she just kind of gets up and leaves and say, hey, the fuck you going? Say you lost. Say you lost to me. Say it. Say it.
Submit.
And I loved how the whole, the theme of the last week's episode where it was Blue Eye feeling depressed because she beat her friend kind of came back around in even more intense way because she's like, oh shit, you beat your friend, now she's like, her whole life is destroyed if you beat her, you know, like if you beat Keika, then her hopes and dreams are gone, and I is still like, I gotta win.
Yeah,
so that was great. That was a great little tie-in of a theme from before.
And yes, she did beat Keika, which I still kind of don't understand, but Keika still, she's still pushing on. She hasn't quit just yet.
Yeah, and also I'm a sucker for family stories.
Oh, I was gonna say an underdog.
Well, underdog is too, but like family stories. And this was one, like, that whole sub-element, that subplot of, like, her and her father. And all of that, and they've grown distant, and now they were working together again. That was really nice and cute. Almost brought tears to my eyes. That was great.
Well, I have no feelings, so...
And you're a heartless, cold person.
Yeah, I'm a heartless bitch.
Also, they went, again, out of their way to shit on female shogi players.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm triggered. Oh, I just remembered that. Where the Keiko was talking to... Was she talking to Keika?
Yeah, she was talking to Keika about, like, I may be the top female player, but I wouldn't even make it the top 1,000 males.
God, they're all just so much better than me. Jesus, but I'm gonna still keep trying.
Oh man, I sense a fatal postal-gin just coming out for this. But this was a fun episode, and I love Keika now. I love all the characters now. Ginkgo can use a little work, but I love all the characters now except her. And I don't know, just the show is a lot more appealing to me than I even initially thought it would be.
Yeah, agreed. Even if it's a show about lollies, which I'm usually not a huge fan of.
And shogi. Oh, also, we should also mention that Yaichi now apparently has, like, a Sharingan and fucking is king of the world and king of games and all that shit, too. So, that's important, I guess, for the plot.
Oh, wait, didn't he literally, like, win his match?
Oh, yeah, they went to DBZ mode where he fucking... takes off his glasses so he turns Super Saiyan and fucking
gets a Sharingan.
Yeah, and then they did a whole shonen thing. He's like, oh my god. He predicted the next 25,000 moves in a millisecond and blah, 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 blah. His fucking Sharingan Bankai bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. There's the last one. I was like, what was the last one? Bankai.
Next week he'll find One Piece.
And stop Madara.
So, what other shonen? I don't know anything about Hunter x Hunter, so whatever. Anyway.
Defeat the Quincy Nazis?
After the Elite Four. So... So there's that aspect of it. Well, whatever. They didn't overdo it too much. This was still a Keika episode. And I'm glad it was, so... Shout out to Keika.
Very good episode. Well done indeed.
and I think we're going to have a lot of contention on this next one. But next up, and last but not least, because we don't have Getting No Guardian, thank God, this week, we have episode 4 of Fate Extra Last Encore.
I have it is a mixed bag of how I feel about this.
I loved this episode. Well, maybe love is a little too strong. No, I love this episode.
I feel like you just loved it because they did a lot of fun tropey things. And
I mean, they did. Also, as somebody pointed out during our live watch, the action scene, the beginning action scene against Robin Hood was more action packed than the entire Drake fight. Yeah. So there's that, and I like it because yes, it was a lot of fan service and Umu and yada yada, and I love all Umu fan service. Got it, but it's different. It's different from other Fate shows, and it's different in a good way. I like these types. I like these mystery where we don't know what's really going on, and you gotta look at all the clues down to how characters speak to each other, and do they know each other, and it's like this whole interwoven mystery, and you try to figure out what's going on.
You're talking about with the introduction of
Ronnie.
Yes.
So there's just a bunch of shit that's clearly going on that we, the audience, don't know yet, and the characters don't know yet, and it's just fun to kind of try and piece it together.
Although, for life of me, I still can't understand why this guy who has killed so many masters has not ascended to the next floor.
And I feel like we're going to figure that out. This is the type of show where, even though it doesn't really make sense now, I feel like it's not supposed to make sense now. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit.
I know, which kind of aggravates me. Because it's
I have faith in Shaft and
I know, Shaft kind of does shit like that sometimes.
And it's very different. This is not like Apocrypha or any of the other Fate series at all, in any way, because it seriously sacrifices on the action end of the spectrum to give you more mystery and intrigue.
And head tilts.
And the story is actually, I'm thinking, so the whole thing is going to depend on what the turn or the twist is. There's clearly going to be at least one or two major twists that are going to happen. Yeah. And it's just going to come down to how good of a twist are we building up to. I've already seen a few theories. This is the best show to fan theory over.
Yeah, because it's, from what everyone who's told me about Fate Extra, apparently this is just so different.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like Fate Extra. But I've already even seen a few theories Rin disappears this episode. She's in the first bathing scene, the first minute of the episode. But then after that, she just spontaneously disappears. And even the characters, I think, remark on, where's Rin? So, I saw a fan theory going around saying, maybe because Ronnie shows up, Ronnie and Rin are the same person. And that could be something, because they weren't into the same room together or anything. And there's another theory that Ronnie and Rin are actually Merlin, and it's Merlin helping out Hakuno throughout his journey, and he is mischievous and does shit like that. So that's a possibility.
Oh, because he's stuck in that room.
Yeah. And then there's the other possibility. There's a bunch of fan theories. There's still the theory that Tamamo is somehow involved. There's the theory that Hakuno's not Hakuno at all, and he's actually Nursery Rhyme, because we're going to fight Nursery Rhyme next chapter, and Nursery Rhyme has an ability to transform. So, and then there's the theory that this all ties into Fate CCCC. So, there's a lot of stuff that could potentially happen, and I don't know what direction it's going to go in.
Yeah, I feel like if you're that person who likes, if you're that person that doesn't like convoluted ass plots out the wazoo, don't watch this.
Yeah, if you just want an action show that's easy to follow, and you're I recommend just go watch Fate Unlimited Blade Works, or Fate Zero's not it's more complicated, but it's easy to follow.
Yeah, Fate Zero is that perfect line between not Shaft convoluted crazy and not hit you over the head in Fate Stay Night.
I think Fate Extra on its own as a game was already convoluted and crazy, but adding the extra layer of it being Shaft, and they're adding this extra mystery element to what the fuck is going on, makes it even more crazy and convoluted. So yeah, if you're not into trying to decipher plots and characters and watch episodes like 5 times over and go into forums and think about like theory crafting about what a fucking sticker on a bottle means or some shit, then
triggered chaos child triggered.
This might not be the best show
stickers.
for you. But I love that kind of shit because I love fan theorizing and all that stuff. It's fun for me, so I'm enjoying it. It's just severely different. Also, I hope this show's longer than 13 episodes. It's shaping up to look like it's going to be 12 or 13 episodes based on the pacing right now.
Wait, aren't there, how many level floors are there?
9.
9? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm assuming they're going to reach all the way to 9 floors, so they're probably going to be 20.
Think so?
24 episodes.
Because there aren't that many masters in...
But they're on floor 2 already into episode 5.
Yeah. Well, then they're going at like a pace of like 2 per episode, or 2 per floor.
That's still, I don't think that still gets you to 9 by the end.
It's a weird limbo. We don't know. It's kind of weird. And there's also the possibility that, who knows, there could be a twist where fucking it ties into Fate CCC and they get to the floor 9 and it's like, well, really, floor 9 is where the Grail War begins. And now you're at the that'd be really cool. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. And I don't know. I feel like
I love not knowing though. I love it.
See, I kind of hate not. I don't know. I feel like to a certain point, I should know things. like I should know like a little bit. Like I don't know, maybe because I don't even play the game. Like I feel super extra lost. Super lost. Like I only know the characters that I do know from like Fate Grand Order. Like that's it. Like oh my god, like oh it's that guy, the craft essence. So there's my 10 crit stars, please.
And, maybe we should actually talk about the episode. Robin Hood shows up, and there's a bunch of... Because we were just talking about the series in general. Yeah. But the fight with Robin Hood was great, I think. Mm-hmm. For an introductory fight, it was pretty good.
It was really good.
I like how they're kind of showing off Nero's different abilities, and we got a little bit of Robin Hood Noble Phantasm, I think, with U-Tree. His master's free. They're not pulling punches on the violence factor. You know... Umu gets pierced, you see the blood, you see, like, the corpses. Dude shooting you with a fucking... It feels a lot like Fate Zero in that respect. I feel like Fate Zero kind of held back on the gore a bit.
Yeah, it's fucking Emiya.
And, I don't know.
Kurutsugi he's actually the sniper.
Yeah. I love how it's kind of Metal Gear-y, too, where it's like, you're in a forest, and there's a fucking sniper, and he's in a tower, and you have to work your way through the forest without getting shot.
Or are you going to speed up your time and wait for him to die?
I like that concept. I hope they play on that, where it's like, they make a mad dash for the tower, and they have to use distractions. Like, that's going to be really cool. Next episode does that. If next episode doesn't do what they did with Drake, and we get like a full episode of them fucking having to reach the tower and fight the dude and fight Robin, that'd be so fucking great. Please do that.
Yeah, I agree. That would definitely make up for the Drake debacle.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, decent episode. I liked it, enjoyed it. Pretty good. Looking forward for more. Alright. And we don't have Ginno Guardian because...
Yep, no Ginno Guardian.
We got a break from the torture, according to the Geneva Accords. We can't be subject to torture for multiple weeks in a row.
Thank you, God. Thank God for the UN.
Yes.
So yeah, I think with that, we are going to wrap up this week's episode of G&A Podcast. If you like this episode, and first of all, shout out to us for doing this, like, no notes.
I always do it without any notes. Shout out to you for doing it with no notes.
Shout out to me without doing it with any notes. Alright, yeah, I'll take all the glory. Yes.
Shout out for me not having to rely on you knowing your notes.
But yeah. If you like this episode, by all means, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our Twitter, check out our Discord. It's diggity dope. If you want to go the extra mile, join the Patreon. Join the wonderful list of all the people that you will be seeing down... Well, not down, on the screen. Yeah. Yes. And yeah, anything else?
We have a Twitch, so be sure to check out our Twitch.
Right.
We did a karaoke stream, and I will be dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube for a while just to test it out. So if you like using Twitch, come check it out. We have
right, guys. It's just Twitch.
This is just Twitch. Don't worry about it. You know how to use Twitch. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, fuck it. Just fucking Twitch.
We'll link to that in the description as well. That's a reference. Yeah, something you didn't see yet, probably.
Yep, it's a good running joke that's probably going to get a lot of mileage.
Yes.
And with that, this has been Drooby-Doo and
So we're Oni.
And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Later.